Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's James coming to you with a Madden video. Well, now it's going to be a Madden series because I've decided to start a franchise. And as you guys see on screen, I decided to start a franchise with the New York Jets. Um, the coach will stay as Robert Saleh because, um, that's that's who they have as coach. I really didn't want to make any changes as far as that's concerned. As you guys can see, I'm not doing a server or using the Madden server online. I'm just going off of force winning the 2023 season and then going forward next to the next season. And as you could see, I force won the Chiefs to beat the Niners, and they got Mahomes as the MVP, Kansas City. And surprisingly, you got Lamar and as the MVP also. So you know, I kept it similar to what happened during the year, but I wanted to go ahead and move forward and do a franchise with with the Jets because I just thought of okay, what team that's not what team did not change their coach, so I could be like I could have continuity with the team that didn't change the coach and didn't have a winning record or and didn't go to the postseason. So it was a couple teams. It was either the Jets, the Vikings, and the Saints. There was also the Colts. But ultimately, I came up thinking, all right, you know what? Let me try the Jets. They're gonna have Aaron Rodgers, and you know, and they have some pieces here and there, and we'll go through it throughout the video. The first thing is first, I said that, they're going to have Aaron Rodgers. And I went through retirements, and one of the first persons that I see that retired was Aaron Rodgers. And it's Madden. What did I expect? Unless I would have done it with the server, but I really didn't want to go that way. I just don't trust the server. It might go down, something might happen. I've heard that it's got a lot of glitches. I'd rather just do it offline, and I have control. I have complete control of it. So just to go, just to show you a couple of the retirees for the Jets, you got obviously Aaron Rodgers, Dwayne Brown, Randall Cobb, Allen Wood, Rex Burkhead, Marquise Goodwin, and Roger Saffold were just add-ons that they had. But uh, those four guys retired. So I didn't think I was going to go into the season having to look for a quarterback, but that's what we're left with. The other thing I did do was fire the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those positions. So I wanted to go over who I hired. I wanted to basically keep it in scheme with what Robert Saleh runs. And his offensive scheme here is a West Coast zone run. And his defensive scheme is a 4-3 cover 3. So as you can see, I hired Jeff Powell. He's a West Coast zone run. He's a quarterback guru. So that's great for whatever quarterback I'm thinking of trying to get. And he's got a power running scheme there. Uh, then the next guy is the defensive coordinator is Jim Nichols. And he runs a 4-3 cover 3 scheme like I wanted. It says, that his talents are 3-4, and he likes to stack the box, and he's also a defensive back guru. So I don't know, that's contradictory to what it said, to his scheme, but you know what? We'll go with it. And those are the coaches for the 2024 season. Now, to go through the full retirements, anybody, people that are important. Harrison Smith retires. Cameron Hayward retires. Bobby Wagner. Demario Davis. Let's see if anybody else. Adam Thielen. Calais Campbell. You got some important people. Von Miller. Okay, just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown who I got on the roster. Zach Wilson, I have no idea if he's gonna be. It shows here that his tag is QB of the future, and honestly, that's questionable to me. He has never looked like the QB of the future for the Jets. So I might look to move on from him. Let's see how it goes. Brees Hall, I think, is a great running back to start off with. Um, he's a great focal point for the team, and he's really young. Another one, Garrett Wilson, phenomenal talent. These are great starting pieces that the Jets have. Alan Lazard, he's okay. He's not bad. We'll see how it goes if there's anybody better. And then you got Xavier Gibson as it's going to be his second year, so I think he might get the nod starting over Lazard, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see who's in free agency, who I draft. Tyler Conklin, he's serviceable. He's not a bad player. Uzoma, he's all right also. It's two decent tight ends to have. Got nobody at left tackle. Left guard, that's serviceable for now. Might want to look for something in the future. Tippmann was supposed to be, I guess, the rookie that to come out of the gate, as a piece for them. But we'll see how it goes. He's not a bad piece. Vera Tucker, decent right guard. Becton, Mekhi Becton. There's like some issues with him because he was supposed to be like a phenom, or he had one of the highest ceilings for a tackle, but he just hasn't produced in the NFL, to be honest with you. You got Franklin Meyer and McDonald's the fourth, decent. Jeremiah Johnson the second, and Bryce Huff, just decent players. Quinnen Williams, obviously, he's a superstar. Great piece to have. Need help at left outside linebacker. Surratt, when he was in North Carolina, he wasn't bad, but C.J. Mosley, he's just getting up there in age. He's a decent middle linebacker. So yeah, that might be something that we might have to draft for the future. Quincy Williams, he's a decent piece at right outside linebacker. Nothing to go crazy about, but he's all right. At cornerback, I think this is like the best positions that they have. Sauce Gardner, obviously, he's a stud. You got DJ Reed Jr., he's all right. And along with Michael Carter for the slot. And you have some other pieces. Jordan Whitehead for free safety. Chuck Clark and Tony Adams. Kicker Zerline. If I don't have to re-sign him, then I might stay with him. And Thomas Moorhead, same thing. If I don't have to re-sign him, they're already on the team, I'll probably just stick with them. So now to go through negotiations or re-signing the players. And I don't know. I don't think I want to sign Mekhi Becton. I'll get back to that one. I think I do want to accept the 5th-year option for Vera Tucker. I also like to look for scheme fits. I just want to make sure the players fit the scheme that we're running, because I try to keep it as traditional to what the coaches look for. I think it's important that you find the pieces that the coaches look for, especially if I'm doing a sim, a franchise sim. And obviously I have to see if the players are interested in joining the team. That's another thing. So Zach Wilson, they're asking me if I want the 5th-year option. I do not want the 5th-year option for him. I'm not interested. So coming out of the re-signings, the only one I really did re-sign was Quentin Jefferson, backup defensive tackle, just for depth. The other one was Jordan Whitehead. I signed him to a long-term deal, about 4 years. just to have somebody, there to fill in the gaps. There's other positions. This team needs a lot of help. All right, so let's check out mock draft number 3, and it's defensive high. The top QB is Brett Taft at number 6, and I really don't see myself. I'm drafting at number 8, and they got me pegged for a left tackle, which makes sense. I could try to jump up to number 5 and get the Chargers first round pick to try to see if I get the quarterback from Tennessee. But we'll see what happens. So looking at Brett Taft, the QB, he's the top QB in the draft right now. He just looks decent. He doesn't look. There's nothing outstanding about him. I mean, medium accuracy and short accuracy is A. But deep accuracy is still in question, and under pressure is still in question also. His awareness is an A, and it looks like he's, he could get injured easily. I don't know. It doesn't look like I like him right now. Now to look in free agency, see if anybody is interested in coming over. And the top QB is Baker Mayfield. I could try to go for Kirk Cousins. The other guy is Gardner Minshew or Sam Darnold. If there's anybody that would be interesting, would probably be Kirk Cousins or even Gardner Minshew to hold the fort. They're all scheme fits, which is good. Well, there is nobody that wants to come over to the Jets. So for free safety, I'm going to go with Chuck Clark. See if he'll re-sign with us. I'm going to go with Gardner Minshew. See if he'll sign with us also. And see, I'll throw it out on Andres Pete. I'll throw out a 2-year contract, make it player friendly, and see if he'll bite. If anything, if I draft somebody, I could move him over to right tackle or something. Okay, sorry. So I did get Chuck Clark. I did get the punter, Blake Gillikin. I did get Gardner Minshew, and I get Andres Pete, and I got all 5 people. So you know what? It's okay. It's an okay start. I got a quarterback. I'm gonna see, because I don't think in the draft there's anybody that I really want. Maybe a backup or something, but I'm not gonna draft a quarterback. I might have to trade down, and I'm gonna see if I could trade Zach Wilson away. See what I could get for him. So I'm adding Zach Wilson to the trade block, and see if we get any offers. If there's nothing interesting, then I might have to keep him as a backup, but I really wouldn't like it. So I'm going to go for Trevis Gibson, and I'm probably going to switch him to left outside linebacker, depending on how I do in the draft over here. But I need some help on the left side also, so I'm going to see if I could get him. Just do a neutral deal for him. It's kind of harder to get people now, especially since, these guys aren't interested in coming to the Jets. And I got him too. So, I think I'm going to stay pat as far as free agency is concerned. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I'll just wait until after the draft and then see who else we pick up to fill out this roster. So the guys who I did the private workout with was first left tackle Josh Haynes. It's saying that I need a left tackle or I need a tackle, and I was looking at him, and his awareness is A, his impact blocking is A, but his pass block and run block are to be desired. And especially picking number 8, I just start to think, is it even the right choice? Maybe I should trade down. But he's got great strength, and he improved over his college pro day was better than the combine. Power run block is A. Power pass block is B. So he's got decent stats. He's not you know, it wouldn't be a bad pick, but I don't know. I don't know if I feel comfortable choosing him at number 8. The other position I needed was left outside linebacker, and this guy came up as an interesting choice. It's showing on my Draft Central that he's like the number one choice. I don't know why, but I could be wrong. But he's got decent block shedding's B, pursuit is B, tackle is B. His speed is not good. But his overall attributes are okay. It's just his coverage skills are horrible, and there's a concern for injury. You see, man coverage is horrible and zone coverage is horrible. He's more like just a pure pass rusher, and that's it. So I'm not sure. If I were to draft him, it's not going to be to help on the outside linebacker. It'd be to put him for pass rush. Then the other private workout was this guy, Sammy Judge, and when I saw his skills, I saw a couple of his things there on the 4 that come up. But, block shed AB, pursuit A, tackle AB, zone coverage is B. It's great speed, great jumping, great change of direction. His strength is solid. Overall, a solid player. Another concern is his injury and his stamina. But, like, his stats, as far as awareness is an A. His play recognition's an A. Zone coverage is a B also. So, that could be like a work in progress. It's just his injury would be the concern. So, the Bears got the first pick, and, we'll just go kind of through it. See where these guys pick. So, we'll go with the Bears and their pick. And they pick Marcel Bosworth at right end. Alaney Hall is the right outside linebacker for the Cardinals. That's who they choose. Let's see who the Patriots choose. Left outside linebacker Franklin Jennings. Washington's on the clock, and they pick left end Sherwin Barton. The Chargers select Matthias Springs. That was one of the guys that came up for me to look at, but I wasn't gonna jump up to get a defensive tackle because I really don't need a defensive tackle. The next pick, the Tennessee Titans, they get their quarterback, Brett Taft, and it's weird because they have Will Levis, and I'm surprised they went for the quarterback. Out of all the teams, I would have thought they would have stuck it out with Will Levis. But maybe Will Levis is someone that I could trade for. The Giants are up next, and they pick left tackle Garrison Graves. And now I'm up. So basically everything's wide open for me right now as far as who I want to choose. Obviously the left tackle's here. And I honestly don't think that I need to go for him right away. Because you got these other guys in front. This cornerback looks interesting to me, but honestly, I want to choose. I try to go for the best player, but right now I'm in need of I am in need of a tackle. It's a tackle or a left outside linebacker, and obviously I'm not gonna push to get a left outside linebacker. But I think I'm gonna look at the trade, see what's being offered. Maybe I could move down a little bit. I really want a first round pick this year, and if it's possible to get a first round pick the following year, that would help out obviously. And I got some picks that are missing also. The Lions deal isn't bad. They want to give me 2 first rounders, but I'll be picking at 29. They also want to give me a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, and a 7th. The Raiders, giving me the 13th, a 4th rounder next year, and a 7th rounder the following. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with the Lions. I'm going to have the Lions jump up all the way. I'm going to take their first this year, their first next year, their 3rd this year, and then their 4th, 5th, and 7th the following year. I think that's the best bang for my buck. So I want to see if Haynes gets drafted. If he does, um, you know, it is what it is. So they choose Lamar Rivers, that cornerback. The Saints are up. They pick Josh Haynes, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me see where we are as far as the draft board is concerned, and yeah, this is where it's kind of getting dicey because the next left tackle is this guy, Dan Shaw, and his stats look really good. You know, for what I have, his skills look really decent, and I don't know if I could trade to try to get up to get him because that's another option that I was looking at him. The Eagles picked up Dan Shaw. Damn it. You know what? Let's just skip to see where I'm at, and then I could decide who I'm gonna pick. And I think I am gonna make a selection here. I'm not gonna fool around over here. There's just nobody that calls my attention. I mean, this guy's not too bad. This free safety, but I just finished signing the other free safety, and he's not bad. He's not bad at all. Yep, that's who I got. DeAndre Alden, and he's a hidden dev. Really didn't think he was, but you know what? It is what it is. More safeties for me. I guess I got more trade bait. My next pick is in the 3rd round, and yeah, I'm not looking to trade up anymore. I'm just gonna stand pat. I'm gonna see if I find the left outside linebacker. I just chose best available here, and yeah, let's skip to the 3rd round to my next pick. So the guys I wanted are gone. And this is what happens. This is what you fall into. You know, guys that you want are gone, and then you're just left with whoever's there. You could either trade them away or go another route. And I think the best thing for me is just to try to get best available. I don't know why they think that these receivers are why they're up here. They're not good. I mean, this guy with his mean face, maybe I should get him. He's just decent for a 3rd round. It's just too much variable. He's horrible in coverage. I don't like him. Cantrell McMillan. His block shedding is not good, but I'm not worried about his block shedding. I mean, I am because he has to get out of the blocks to make the tackle, but his pursuit, his coverage, elite acceleration, elite speed, good jumping, elite change of direction, solid strength. His awareness is A, coverage is A, man coverage is A to B, tackling. I think we found our linebacker. Cantrell McMillan. Another hidden dev. Wow. Out of Stanford. I mean, I just looked at it, just jumped off the page when I went down and I saw who he was. Surprised, man. What a great pick. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Gibbs here. I'm not comfortable about it, but I come on. This can't be that I'm just that out of not knowing these guys that I'm picking hidden development on these guys. Let's skip to the next pick. The next pick who I'm thinking is that quarterback. That quarterback for some reason interests me to get him. Brennan. And yeah, he's still there. And yeah, that's who I think I'm gonna go with. There's nobody else right now that really interests me, but this guy doesn't. Obviously, he's not the best. He's got nothing at an A. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this guy. Normal dev, 93 throw power. Speed isn't that bad. So we'll see what we get. So let's get out of here. Let's finish up this draft and fill up this team so we get to the preseason. So this is how our draft panned out. DeAndre Alden, 75 overall. He was our first pick. Then Kentrell McMillan was our third round pick. He's a 73 overall. So I'd say that's not a bad one. Everyone else kind of like fell kind of short. Gibbs, the right tackle. He's a project. The quarterback, Devin Brennan. That's another project. Roy Kramer. He looks like a project. And I missed on this fullback. I thought he would have been a little bit better, but it is what it is, guys. It's never gonna be perfect. I want to see the left tackle that we missed on Haynes, who that's who I wanted to draft. So Haynes was 73 overall. You know what? I'm not too worried about it. I'm not. I don't feel like if I would have picked him at 8, I think it would have been a bad choice. He is hidden dev, though. He is hidden dev, but I have the right tackle that is another hidden dev. But he's, obviously, like I said, a project player. And the last person I wanted to see was Brett Taft, the quarterback. He's a 78 overall. I didn't think he was going to be that good, but I guess I was wrong. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, he doesn't look bad at all. I would think they're gonna start him right away. So just to go over the roster one last time, we're now going to start the preseason. But just to go over the roster one last time, we signed Gardner Minshew. He's going to be our starting quarterback now because of the retirement of Aaron Rodgers. Zach Wilson, I'm still trying to get rid of him, and I haven't been able to. And I got no takers. Not even in Trade Finder does anybody want him. And yeah, so I'll have to keep him. I drafted Devin Brennan, and he's just, we'll see where it goes with him. He's young, and yeah. Brees Hall obviously is going to be our starting running back. It's the backups are to be desired, but it is what it is. I did pick up a rookie fullback in free agency. I did draft Chris Foster, but his overall is just really, really low. So I might be keeping Dan Calhoun. Let's just see and make it a position battle for the preseason. Wide receivers, obviously Garrett Wilson. Is showing Xavier Gibson as a day one starter. So I'm gonna try to follow the tags as much as I can. So I'm gonna put Gibson to start over Alan Lazard. So Alan Lazard will be the third option. Tight ends, we still got Conklin, Uzama. Nothing changed there. At left tackle, we got Andres Pete. I did pick up Note Boom from free agency. My plan is to move him to right tackle. So yeah, I just moved Note Boom to right tackle. Langan Tomlinson, he's still our left guard. I picked up John Feliciano as a backup to Tippmann. Vera Tucker, he's still our right guard. I'm still happy with him. And like I said, Note Boom. Then Gibbs is our rookie right tackle. He's the one that has a hidden development. So maybe he blossoms into something. Then after that, I picked up a couple defensive tackles in free agency. I'm going to have to pick up a right end. I moved Quincy Williams over to left outside linebacker. In this scheme, he's a better scheme fit at left outside linebacker because I really didn't have anything going on over here. As far as Sherwood or Surratt, I picked up Kramer in the draft, but I really don't see him going anywhere. And I did that because obviously we picked up Trevin Gibson in free agency, and we got Kentrell McMillan, and they're putting him as a day one starter. And he's got the skills as far as I'm concerned to be a day one starter. Uh, let's just see if it'll contribute to the field. So I'll put him to start at right outside linebacker, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, C.J. Mosley will be the middle linebacker. Um, Sauce Gardner, same as last year. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, and Michael Carter is the nickel. Then DeAndre Alden is showing him as a day one starter, and I think that's what I'm going to do also. I'm going to put him to start day one over Jordan Whitehead. Depending on how things go, I might move Jordan Whitehead out to strong safety. I'm not sure yet. He is overpriced, but it's just it'd be good to just have him as a backup, especially with the low salary cap that the DeAndre Alden has right now. And yeah, that's the off season for the Jets. And yeah, join us for the next one. We'll probably go through all 3 preseason games to see where we are on position battles as far as all the other guys are concerned. And maybe we get to week 1 of the 2024 season. So, guys, I just want to say, if you like what I'm putting up right now, if you could subscribe, you really help out the channel. Don't forget to like and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys think I did in the draft. I don't think I did too good, but yeah, I'm going to be hurting for a quarterback right now. As far as this sim, I don't see good expectations for this team for this year, but we'll see. We'll see how the season goes. All right, so thanks for watching, and God bless.